Wait, you two know each other? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Dr. Zane and I met at Mount Eternal. However, it was a brief encounter.
I remember. I didn't expect us to meet again here.
We're not officially open to the public yet, but this sanatorium has already become the preferred choice for many patients. As the director, I'm truly grateful that everyone has embraced the philosophy of the Fountain of Ite.
Metamorphosis.
To be frank, we need Dr. Zane's help to improve our experiment's success rate. They're aware. The patients who've been given terminal diagnoses voluntarily agreed to participate in the experiment. It's a deal with mutual consent. Besides, who would choose to wait for death's certainty when given the chance to roll the dice of fate?
Third floor.
Dr. Zane, these should interest you the most. The treatment consists of 7 sessions. Patients show significant improvement in health indicators after each one.
I won't be sugarcoating anything. Your experiment has failed to meet its objectives. You've lost control of the cellular mutation process.
You could have used a little bit of sugar. Zane, the Rebirth cocoon is our most successful experimental product to date. Our ultimate goal is to achieve humanity's perfect form through genetic and cellular reconstruction.
These numbers are far from perfect. As the creator of X-Art, I can tell you that your so-called success merely uses the existing technology to temporarily delay the disease's progression. And if it fails, there's a likely chance that the patients will transform. Then they'll begin to turn into wanderers.
Every treatment carries risks. If we only relied on your safe methods, then...
Of course. I understand you're challenging the impossible. That's why I decided to join. I enjoy challenging the impossible.
You're not allowed in there, miss. You can't go there either. Miss? Visitors are restricted to the public areas on the first and second floors. We aim to respect our patients' privacy.
You're the young lady who accompanied Dr. Zane. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Karen, a patient with Protocore syndrome. I know you and Dr. Zane are here to investigate the Fountain of Ate, or rather, the Rebirth Cocoon. However, the press conference for it is coming up, and you're not the only ones keeping an eye on things. Sort of. My original reason for coming here was simple. I wanted to live. Isn't it strange? After all, I was a war correspondent who once risked everything on the battlefield. Yet, after returning to civilian life, I'm afraid of death. I even believed in far-fetched promises. You want to say that this experiment is turning people into monsters. Those things called the Alterum. I was there during the Battle of Mount Eternal. I saw people transform into monsters with my own eyes. Whether you're trying to stop it or investigate it, 2 people won't be enough to treat this as a simple matter. This may seem sudden, but I need your help. And I believe you might need mine as well. It'll be necessary to prevent this press conference from taking place. As it stands, I'm their most successful test subject.
That visitor just disappeared around here.
Take this with you. When you get out, tell them you saw the patient in room A107 faint. You were just escorting me back to my room.
Miss, how did you end up here? Is there anything I can help you with?
As the creator of Exart, seeing your technology destroyed because of a momentary lapse in judgment, do you feel regret or disbelief? I had imagined both reactions, yet I see neither on your face.
You must have been away from the operating room for too long, Mr. Benedict. You seem to have forgotten that showing emotions on one's face is the most ill-advisable thing a doctor can do.
I'll be honest. I don't trust you, Dr. Zane, but no one else has your outstanding qualifications and experience. It's precisely why I want to bring you on board, even when I know you don't agree with our philosophy.
Since you're being candid, Mr. Benedict, I'll also discard the pleasantries. As I've said, I want to challenge the impossible. We each have something to gain, no? This collaboration could work.
Is challenging the impossible your only reason? Will you really let others handle your life's work, Don't you want to find out who created those Alterum?
You certainly enjoy speculating about others' feelings.
I just can't help but wonder. If your bold experiment back then was completed, would the results have been different? In any case, Miss Hunter will tell you about her impressions of the tour after she's done with her disappearing act. I look forward to our cooperation in the future.
Aren't you supposed to save people's lives? My wife is critically ill and you're just letting her die.
Where's Dr. Zane? Isn't he the leading expert on protocore syndrome? Why can't he see us first?
Doctor, my child was perfectly fine yesterday. Why did the condition worsen?
We're humans, not gods. We want to take care of everyone too.
In 3 days, Ever will officially unveil the Rebirth cocoon at their press conference. It is designed to treat protocore syndrome. We interviewed Ms. Karen, one of the first patients who underwent this treatment. She will appear at the press conference. We might be witnessing a medical revolution. Only time will tell.
Isn't Dr. Zane supposed to be on leave?
Officially, maybe. I bet he's just busy with other projects.
Things just aren't the same without Dr. Zane here. Seeing him around makes me feel at ease. It doesn't matter how exhausted I am.
Let's eat these and give it our all.
Doctor, if I get sick, will I turn into a monster?
No.
Really? Will from the bed next to me said these crystals will eat us and turn us into big monsters.
Dr. Zane, I'd like to process my child's discharge papers. If you could...
Lexi's condition has shown improvement. I advise you not to transfer hospitals at this time.
But everyone's saying Ever has a new treatment. We really want to try it.
The pulmonary artery aneurysm has ruptured. There is insufficient blood volume for circulation. Dr. Zane, we can pronounce the time of death.
Time of death, 2:23 a.m. Notify the family.
I'm not a monster. I don't want to become a monster. You're the killer. Or the doctor. We meet again.
This isn't a coincidence. I'm here specifically because of you.
Is that so? Am I turning into a monster? I knew you'd save me.
It'll be over soon.
The patient in room A103 is experiencing memory loss, continual emotional detachment, and exhibiting behavioral patterns that differ from usual. 3 days after entering the Rebirth cocoon, the boy from room A210 disappeared without a trace. The patient from room A379 experienced a violent episode while awaiting treatment. The Rebirth cocoon's performance has improved. I was chosen as the ideal test subject. They believe I'm the closest to success.
Is there a passcode in this house that you don't know? Yes, I'm listening. It's cold. All right. Thank you. You... You've never asked about the reason for why I picked that as my research topic back in medical school. It's a good guess. Correct. I had considered including your name in the acknowledgments of my paper. It wouldn't have been right for our names to appear on the same piece of paper without your permission. Safety first.
I expected as much. You're clever for figuring out how to find the perfect moment. After surviving so many close calls on the battlefield, I'd say death has already been more than generous. When I first entered the cocoon, I dreamed, and in that dream, I had made a full recovery. I got to watch my daughter grow up. I was there for every important moment of her life. At her wedding, I hugged her while crying, but the face reflected in her eyes was unmistakably that of a horrifying monster. When I came to my senses, I realized I wasn't hugging her. My hands were around her throat. I only wanted to hug her. So why did I make her cry? My dear, have you heard of Zhuangzi's butterfly dream? I've always wondered who was really dreaming. Was it the butterfly, or Zhuangzi himself? If I can't tell who I am anymore, then the whole world has become my cocoon. The time I still have doesn't matter. I've made my decision. The press conference is scheduled for noon tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now. In an hour, they'll place me in the cocoon for my final examination. You need to locate the cocoon's power supply and cut it off completely. Don't worry about me. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Finding a suitable test subject like me isn't easy. Trust me, this is the best way to stop them. Even if you could carry me, my body wouldn't survive a strenuous escape. If this is to be my final battleground, then you must help me. Please.
Did you hear? Patient AIDS 379 suddenly lost control and became violent just now.
It's fine. Dr. Carter said that was normal.
I remember you were sitting right next to me when we talked for the first time. Do you want to join my research team? Before that, we all thought you were just some stuck-up child prodigy.
Dr. Noah used to say that one person can go fast, but a group can go far. Besides, your theoretical research was undeniably superior.
Back then, you were the youngest and quietest out of everyone. Who knew you'd be the most forward-thinking, boldest student in the lab? You went ahead and performed what we didn't dare to imagine. And you'd pose what we didn't dare to ask to the most distinguished of professors, until they were left speechless.
I understand that Ever wants to use tomorrow's press conference to improve the Fountain of Ate's credibility. But the Rebirth cocoon still needs to be further developed. It's not ready to be revealed to the public.
Why not? We've prepared the best testing equipment, and all the data will be presented to the public in the most accessible format. Besides, we already have a suitable candidate for a public demonstration. Zane, do you remember what I asked you the night Exart succeeded? I asked if you wanted to change the world with me. We stand at the center of all our achievements. I assure you that success is within our grasp.
What exactly do you mean by success? Are you talking about unpredictable success rates? Or how quickly you dispose of your defective specimens when they fail? In the past, they were patients you fought desperately to save.
Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot how pathetically incompetent I used to be. Why is it that when I was a powerless doctor, the lives lost under my care were somehow forgivable? But when I strive to be a pioneer, you suddenly care about the injustice done to those who were already destined to die. When did you become such a coward, Zane? That incident at Mount Eternal? Let me rephrase that. You've always been better at confronting death compared to me. The heart beating in my chest belongs to someone else. I can't live an insignificant life. Zane, I understand the meaning of death far better than you do. If these sacrifices are necessary, then so be it. We're about to solve humanity's greatest dilemma, and you're still too young. Ugh! You? Zane, you dare to freeze me?
The statute of limitations hasn't expired yet for your academic plagiarism.
You can't be serious. You're bringing this up now? The end justifies the means. Let me go!
It was a joke. But I need you to stay still for a while, Carter.
Are you planning to destroy the cocoon or cut off its power supply? The sanatorium has 6 independent operating systems. Pulling the plug won't be possible.
If this place allows someone with malicious intent like me to freely come and go, then that just shows how confident all of you are.
What are you actually trying to do?
I won't tell you this time, Carter. I have a more trustworthy colleague to work with now.
You didn't come here alone this time. What's that girl up to? This is murder! You're taking away these patients' only chance at survival! Zane, you ungrateful traitor! You might be smart, but you're weak and short-sighted! Security!
You said this place was perfect for heart-to-heart conversations, since no one would disturb us. I'm afraid you'll have to stay frozen for a while. Carter, you're not doing this to save lives, nor are you doing it to save humanity. Everything you've done is to merely fill the emptiness and soothe the fear you have when confronting death. I doubt the heart's donor wants it beating in the chest of an executioner. Don't worry, I'm just...
I'm honored you decided to visit. Miss Hunter, you should have been the most successful test subject. It's a shame you weren't one of ours. After all, every experiment here exists for one purpose: to create beings just like you. Oh right, I forgot to mention something. I'm one of the cocoon's successful specimens. play with them for a while.
Are you okay? Where does it hurt? Stop trying to sense it. You look pale.
After them! Where did they go?
Don't speak. Keep your breathing steady.
Zane? Why am I tied up?
It's done.
What did you inject me with?
A suppressant. The energy in your heart has surpassed your tolerance threshold. This will ease the strain. Better now?
Zane.
The suppressant won't last long. We need to leave now.
Fluctuations. It's metaflux.
Look out. Fire.
You're still here. How delightful.
Of course we would survive. If you take another step, I can't guarantee you'll get out of this alive.
Dr. Zane, a hunter firearm can't kill you, but a wanderer can.
If that's it, then he underestimated us. Watch your heart. 30% of your evil should do. In your case, the cure is extreme measures. Wait for an opening first, then we'll retreat. There's no point in continuing this fight. Now's our chance. Go. Watch out. If this place is a projection, then changing the layout would be the quickest way to hide the energy core's location. Remember to not let your energy overload your heart. I don't have any more stabilizing injections. Knowing how a certain Miss Hunter tends to overuse her evil, I came prepared. It was because you were too strong.
Welcome to the Energy Core Control Room, Dr. Carter.
Are you worried she might regret her decision?
Zane, wait! Zane, leave this place, and don't you dare destroy that energy core! Do you remember how much time and effort we put into this?
What's that? Oh no. Did you hear that? You dropped your facade sooner than I expected, Dr. Zane. Is it because of your sense of duty as a doctor? Or a resolve driven by guilt?
Believing that you can guide humanity's fate so you can control life and death is the epitome of arrogance.
Isn't thinking you have the right to stop any experiment that crosses the boundaries of life just as arrogant? This is what the people in our era want. And in just a few centuries, or maybe even a few decades, history will remember this moment.
You have no right to speak of such things.
Why don't we watch and see how the future unfolds? Even if you've stopped Ms. Karen's experiment and prevented the press conference today, you can't stop the tide of progress. Ah yes, I have one more question I'd like to ask you, Dr. Zane. Back then, why did you choose to destroy something that could have shaken or even changed the world?
It couldn't be controlled. Any action beyond our control leads to unpredictable consequences.
Uncontrollable. I see. Your rationality is an absolute, the very thing that drives you to eliminate any possibility of losing control. It affects the smallest things about yourself to the greatest matters of this world. That's why you killed William at Mount Eternal back then, yes? You really are capable of such cruelty. You struck down your mentor and friend who fought beside you. Even I would have hesitated.
Cut to the chase.
You're here to atone for your mistake, that much is certain. But you also wish to uncover what you think is the truth. For example, surely there must be an explanation for why those Alterum look so much like everyone who died at Mount Eternal. I'll tell you, those people at Mount Eternal were this experiment's first batch of failed specimens. Your companions, William, all your guilt and suffering, I'm the one who caused it. A discovery that could have shaken the world to its core, abandoned because of a moment of cowardice. You made their deaths as meaningless as those of the failed Alterum.
Aren't you a doctor?
Am
Why
I going
can't
to
you
die?
save anyone?
Pay for this.
I didn't sacrifice everything just to become someone ordinary and powerless.
One day, you will hurt her.
Nightmare? If you can't sleep, then we can go for a walk. It's unfortunate we couldn't save the patient today. Don't be too hard on yourself. Back when I was doing research, failure meant you could always try again. But as a doctor, lives will only give you one chance. You know, I had these exact same feelings during my first mission as a military doctor. It took me a long time to realize that what we have to face isn't just the loss of a life and death itself. The way they look at you in their final moments, it's always the same, time and time again. You'll have to see their fear and desperation when they're about to die. By the way, did you hear my final plea when you killed me?
You're different from the man I was talking to earlier. I must say, you're skilled at saving and taking lives, Dr. Zane. I hope you'll find your true path after our candid discussion.
existence is a mistake. You must be eliminated.
Wherever and whenever you need us, we will provide you with healthcare services of the highest quality.
Stay away from me! I'm sorry.
Due to Miss Karen's poor health, Ever's press conference for today has been canceled. Mr. Benedict, the director of Val's Sanatorium, stated that the patient's well-being takes precedence over the event.
How many fingers am I holding up? Oh, you're awake. Thank goodness you're okay. You had cardiac energy overload and some minor injuries when Dr. Zane brought you in. We asked him what happened, but he wouldn't say anything. He stayed in this room until your vital signs stabilized. I heard from Grayson that Dr. Zane went to the director's office to submit his resignation letter. There was a loud commotion in the office. I've never seen the director that angry before. He didn't approve it and gave Dr. Zane an extended leave. Then he told him to go home and think things through. He wouldn't say another word about it. Dr. Zane didn't hesitate at all. But before he left the hospital, he asked us to take good care of you. Wait, you can't just... Oh no. Please, be careful.
I'm sorry. We haven't seen him.
Sorry, we haven't seen anyone who matches your description.
Dr. Zane! A few days ago, he said he'd be traveling to remote... Oh, you must be that young lady. This is our new menu item for today. Would you like it to go?
Wait! Dr. Zane already paid for it!
The number you have dialed is currently unavailable. Please try again later.
you here? These graves belong to the people who died by my hand. I don't believe their deaths were unjustified. Do you think I'm here because of guilt? I'm not standing in front of them for repentance, let alone the atonement you're imagining. I first met you when I came to Oxo Hospital. I was 12 at the time. Dr. Noah was a close friend of your grandmother, and I was told to look after you. You were afraid of me back then, until I used my power to keep your popsicle from melting. When things finally settled down after the Chrono Rift catastrophe, my parents asked if I wanted to move somewhere else. I hesitated for a long time. I was worried I wouldn't be able to see you anymore. But then that incident happened, and I actually hurt you. You were unconscious and bleeding heavily. When I realized what happened, I couldn't understand why I did it. That was when I realized I could lose control of my power. And not being in control can lead to irreversible consequences. It's why I chose to leave without saying goodbye. Perhaps I chose cardiac surgery because I wanted to heal your heart, or maybe I wanted to make amends for what I did back then. Even I don't know. But I didn't hesitate when I chose the field of medicine. When I first recited the Hippocratic Oath, I truly believed I would become a good doctor. I believed I would save many people, including the one I had hurt before. Until that night on Mount Eternal, when I killed William. Do you really think a killer can be a doctor who saves lives? If something like this happens again, you might regret the fact that you tried to keep me close. I don't know. But I would. I'm certain that if I were to truly hurt you one day, it would be the greatest regret of my life.